In 1705, in Ireland, a young woman named Marjorie McCall died of a fever and was buried as quickly as possible to prevent the spread of the disease. She was laid to rest in her coffin wearing an expensive ring that her husband couldn't remove from her swollen finger. Word of the jewelry spread, and grave robbers, who made a living digging up fresh graves to steal valuables, learned about it. That very evening, while the earth was still soft, the thieves unearthed the coffin and opened it. Unable to slip the ring off, they decided to cut off her finger. But the moment their cutters closed and her finger fell to the ground, Marjorie suddenly woke up from the coma she had fallen into earlier that day. She sat up in her coffin and screamed across the cemetery. Where the thieves ran to remains a mystery. Marjorie managed to climb out of the grave and walk back home. Her husband, John McCall, was at home with their children when he heard a knock at the door. Listening closely, he said to the children, "If your mother was still alive, I would swear that was her knock." When he opened the door and saw Marjorie, dressed in funeral clothes, blood dripping from her hand, he clutched his chest and dropped dead on the spot. He was buried a few days later, in the coffin his wife had freed. Marjorie lived many more years, remarried, and had children. When she finally died, she was buried again in the same Shankill Cemetery in Ireland. Her grave still exists, and on the tombstone is written, "She lived once, buried twice."